Religion is a religion, and religion without science is blind. Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Kothari sir, Principal Madam, Vice Principal sir, Headmistress Vaideki Madam, learned colleagues and my dear students. Whenever we talk about the Science Day, we remember the Raman effect. Raman effect is such a wonderful phenomenon, and we all Indians feel proud of this. If you ask what is the Raman effect, many of you may not be able to understand it because you are in the lower classes, but it is a very simple phenomenon. When a light is falling on a source, the light gets scattered. This scattered light will have the different wavelength from the incident light, so it looks in different colors. Actually, the color of anything depends on the wavelength of the light emitted by the source. Now, this emitted light depends on the source. What type of source we are using depends on that the light will be emitted or scattered. But if I tell you a few natural phenomena, you will understand the Raman effect very simple. Look at the sky. Sky looks blue. The blue color of the sky is because of scattering of light. So whenever you look at the sky, you can't forget the Raman effect. Look at the sea water. Water has no color, but when we look at the sea water, it has blue color. The blue color of the sea water is once again scattering of light. Whenever you look at the sea water, you remember the Raman effect. We all see every day the sunrise and the sunset. At the time of sunrise or at the time of sunset, if you look at the sun, it looks reddish. The reddish color of the sun once again is because of scattering of light. Whenever you look at that, you can't forget the Raman effect. This is the beauty of Raman effect. That's why every year in India, in all the schools and colleges, we celebrate the Science Day. I would like to say, Science Day is not celebrated only just to remember the Raman effect. Science is such a subject which makes us or which takes us from good to better, better to best. Around us, we have so many phenomena. To explain these phenomena, we need some rules, we need some concepts that science will provide. So the Science Day is celebrated especially in the educational institutes to bring up the hidden talents of the students and to inculcate the interest in the field of science. As I said, science is just not by hearting the quotations or the formulas or the principles. It is a big branch. One said, science is organized knowledge and wisdom is organized life. So science teaches us how to lead our life and how to enjoy our life. In the science, the most important thing is research and development. If there is no research, if there is no development, then the things will vanish. So every year there are so many fields in which the science is working and developing the new things. Today, instead of giving a big speech, I would like to show you a small what you call activity in which a lot of science is involved. To show this, I request Vallabh from class 9 and Joy of class 9th to come on the dais. Please, better. To teach in a science in an effective way, one has to use the models, one has to use the aids, or one has to use the samples. Today, I am going to share it with you a small thing which everybody knows we all are using in our houses, that is nothing but mosquito repellents. I think if I ask, is there anyone who don't know the mosquito repellent, hardly I may find one or two may not be knowing, but it is such a common one. Now, the most important thing is, mosquitoes are there all over the world, and mosquitoes causes a lot of dangerous diseases. A mosquito bite may cause malaria. A mosquito bite may cause dengue. And if a person is victimized by the dengue or the malaria, he may lose his life. So, how to make the mosquitoes to be away from us? For that, people started working, and they introduced, for the first time, they introduced a mosquito coil. You can show the mosquito coil. This mosquito coil, if you take, you all know this mosquito coil very well. This mosquito coil is made with certain chemicals as well as certain available materials. This mosquito coil, if I ask, everybody will remember Tortoise. The very famous brand in the mosquito coil is Tortoise. The reason they have given the name to this tortoise, because tortoise walks very slowly. This mosquito coil also will burn for a whole night. You can burn it. You can burn it. Now if you take this mosquito coil, remember, it is made with powder, sodium carbonate and sodium carboxymethyl cellulose and an oil, citramine oil. This composition you can see on the box which it contains. Now the main issue is the first invention to make the mosquitoes away from us is the mosquito coil. But the problem with the mosquito coil is when we are keeping in a closed room, it causes lot of smoke. When we inhale it, it causes lot of breathing problems and other side effects to the body. So the people who are awake with science were not happy with the usage of these mosquito coils. Then they wanted some improvement in this, and they have introduced the second one, that is called as mosquito sticks. These are not the mosquito sticks. I think you may not be able to see this properly from there it is, but you all know very well these mosquito sticks are there. Then if you take these mosquito sticks, what is the change in the mosquito coil and the mosquito sticks? These mosquito sticks, the chemicals what we are using are slightly different. They are made from the natural organic substances like the eucalyptus oil. And the amount of the chemical which we are using to make the mosquito stick is less than what we are using for making a coil. So when it undergoes the combustion, the gases will be evolved, and when the substance is less in amount, the gases evolved will be less in the quantity, which causes less harmful and which causes less toxicity to the body. Then they introduced these mosquito sticks, but people were not happy. The people with science background is not happy because still it is causing a lot of pollution and it is causing some health issues. They wanted the betterment in the field of these mosquito repellents. Then they introduced an electrical mosquito repellent machine. This is the third modification in the mosquito repellents. We were using the mosquito repellent material in the form of a small paste material, and that will be inserted into this electrical machine. This will also vaporize the substances. But the difference between this electrical one and the mosquito coils is that it is not going to make the subject or to make the material to combustion. If any substance is burned, you are going to get a lot of vapors, but it is not going to make the things to burn. It will vaporize the substances, and in this they were using the chemical called as PMD. This is one of the most important chemical which is used in the mosquito repellent coils. So now the issue is when we are not burning the material, then it is not going to produce any harmful gas. So then the third one came to the existence is about this electrical mosquito repellent machine. But people are still not happy. People are still not happy. In the field of science, people will not be happy. They want the betterment. That's why I told you, science takes us from good to better and better to best. And they introduced the liquid propellant machines. And I think one might have seen this. and I think there is no home or no quarter in our township without this mosquito repellent machine. This is where the big change is. We were using the solid propellants, now we are using the liquid propellant in this. And if I take this liquid propellant machine, it contains the two sets up. One is called as a heating setup, and the another one we call it as a bottle containing the liquid propellant. The liquid propellant contains a main chemical in most of the what you call liquid propellants. The chemical present we call it as a DEET. This is a diethyl pyridine material. It is a repellent material. It is somewhat causes toxicity to the substance, and it makes the mosquitoes to be drowsiness. And in this, if you look at this, after going home, students can see this. We will be having a graphite rod, and the graphite rod will be placed in the electric circuit. So when we plug in, that current will produce the heat. Because of the heat, the graphite rod gets heated. And the graphite rod, we are going to put it in the liquid propellant that vaporizes. So this we call it as a propellant of vaporizer. It is called as a vaporizer, which is going to produce the vapors. Now, the main issue in this is that liquid propellant, whatever it is vaporized, to speed up the process, nowadays we are getting the liquid propellant machines with a regulator. I think you might have seen, there will be a knob which we can increase or we can decrease like the speed of a fan. This is called as a regulator. What the regulator will do? The regulator will do the change in the amount of the current passing through that. As a result of that, the rate of vaporization changes. As a result, the amount of the vapors evolved will change, and which causes mosquitoes to be inactive. These all are the changes which you have seen. But still, people are not happy because we are using the chemicals. Chemicals, one way or the other way, causes a lot of damage to us. And they started thinking in a different way, and they have introduced air conditioners. How many of us, we purchased the latest air conditioners, I don't know. But nowadays the air conditioner coming with a special facility called as a mosquito way out. Mosquito way out air conditioners are coming. Especially LG has introduced this. In that air conditioner, whenever we use the air conditioner, remember, there is one option, we can switch on that mosquito away from our home. When we operate it, it contains a small technique that is called as a ultrasound speakers are there. One thing, if I tell you, all of you will wonder, you may have a big house, we may be in a big place, but the mosquito comes to us and it bites us. How in a big place, mosquito knows our presence. You may have 4 rooms or 5 rooms. You sleep in a room, mosquito comes specially to your place and it starts biting you or not. Yes. How mosquito knows our position in the home, our presence in the home. They have a special quality of inhaling the carbon dioxide. Wherever we are sleeping, we exhale the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is one of the main source for the mosquitoes to identify that. So when we are using these air conditioners, having the mosquito away from the instrument it is, they produce the ultrasound. This ultrasound breaks the carbon dioxide molecules so that the mosquitoes cannot inhale it, as well as they will repel them from there it is. This is one of the latest changes occurred in the around us, and which makes us away from the mosquitoes. And the last one, I think many of you may be knowing this also, we are having the personal mosquito repellents. This is available in the market for 40 rupees or 45 rupees. This is called as personal mosquito repellent. What to do with this? Nothing. Just put 1 or 2 drops of the mosquito as a spray on your body, mosquito won't come to you. The reason is it contains a chemical. The chemical is a repellent of the mosquito. Mosquitoes won't like certain smell. That is one of them present in this. It contains naphthol base and promethazine. There is one chemical called as promethazine that is there in this, which makes the mosquito repels us or not. Yes. And the last one, if I tell you, you all will wonder. As we like the colors, mosquitoes also like the colors. What is that? As we like the colors, we like the colorful things. Similarly, mosquitoes also like the colors. Mosquitoes won't like the light colors, like white, light blue, light green. Mosquitoes like dark colors like black, red, and etc. If we want to see that, when we are wearing the black clothes, the mosquito bite will be more. That's why I advise all of you have the light colors in our bedroom, light colors in our house, so that we will be away from the mosquitoes. A scientist said, based on the research, the night lamps, whatever we are using, that also may reduce the mosquito bite. They analyzed that if you use the yellow color bulbs, the mosquitoes will be less in that particular room. So this is a small story about the Science Day. I wanted to share it with you, many things it is, but just I have taken up one activity to tell you, to make you more aware of this mosquito repellents. This is science. This is the beauty of science. This is the importance of the science. Not only in one field, you take any field, science will take you to, as I said, good to better and better to best. I request the students to read the science wholeheartedly. Just don't read for the marks. You may get the marks, but if you don't have the knowledge, you will not be anywhere in the society. I request my colleagues to teach the science topics with the help of some experiments, some projects or some charts. That makes the fruitful scientific learning and teaching methodology. Once again, I am very much thankful to our principal madam for giving me this opportunity to speak on this auspicious Science Day. I would like to see many of you would be great scientists in the world. Thank you once again. And I want to ask you to say with me one small quotation used by one of our great scientists. Please say along with me. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan. Thank you very much.